So, can I ask you guys, why do you prefer sequels over originated films? We're obviously going to talk about it, bro. What's going on, guys? Lewis Knows Tunes here. Welcome back, my fellow Looniacs. I missed you guys. And we're definitely going to be deep diving into some movies today. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more content coming on this page. But before we get into the topic of today's video that you guys clicked on for me to yap about, please follow me on TikTok if you guys haven't already. It's going to be shown on screen at Lewis Knows Tunes, and all the links are going to be down in the description down below where to find it. And of course, like, share, and subscribe, and be a part of the Looniac gang, bro, because we're on the road to 700 subs, and we're only going to keep growing. We're only going to get bigger, and the videos are only going to get better. So definitely give your boy a chance. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So obviously, Pixar and Disney in general, they're coming out with, live action movies of a successful animated franchise, or they're just coming out with sequels of successful animated franchises. Like, we're getting Incredibles 3, we're getting Toy Story 5, we're getting a live action Lilo and Stitch, we're getting a live action Mufasa the Lion King with Mufasa's backstory, we're getting a Zootopia 2, and shit like that. So we already got Inside Out 2, just to name a few. And obviously, those movies are going to do great. Like Mufasa, I said on my TikTok page, Mufasa is going to end up doing like $50 million opening, which is great for Mufasa. For example, a movie like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that's going to come out on the same day as Mufasa is going to make roughly around $55 million, which is going to be great. But when we get to movies that are originated films like Elemental and Wish, when those movies have theatrical releases, you guys tend to let it flop because they obviously did come out in theaters. So, for example, to put everything in perspective, Elemental had the worst opening weekend in Pixar's 28-year history. That is bad. And this is this is proven that you guys just let it flop. Now, of course, Elemental over time rebounded and made about $500 million globally, which is great, but you guys let it flop in the beginning, and the movie for damn near a month was deemed as a failure. And it wasn't until your movie critics like A Straw Hat Goofy and all these other guys told a bunch of you guys to go watch it, and it turned out to be really great. And then a movie like Wish, where it pretty sure debuted a new animation style, an original story, it's an originated film, made roughly about $19.5 million on the opening weekend, and in a 5-day total made about $31.7 million on opening week, which is bad. But a lot of you guys like to complain that we're not getting originated films, even though we got Elemental, we got Wish, we got Turning Red, we got Luca, we got Soul. And a lot of you guys are wondering, well, why are they only coming out on streaming services? Well, it's because, for examples like Elemental having the worst opening in Pixar's 28-year history, and movies like Wish, where it did horrible on opening weekend, it doesn't make sense for a company like Disney to be like, yeah, let's put these movies out in theaters because they're not going to watch it, or they are going to watch it, because the proven track record shows whenever an originated film, for example, like Disney comes out, you guys don't watch it. You guys don't want to check it out because you want your sequels. And obviously, Pixar is giving y'all wish when it comes to the sequels, because you have Incredibles 3 coming out, you're having Toy Story 5 coming out. And even though they are dropping originals like Hoppers, like Ilio, it's not going to match to Incredibles 3 and Toy Story 5, because let's face it, nowadays a bunch of you guys only care about names and not the quality of the movie. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna watch Toy Story 5 and I'm gonna watch Incredibles 3. Incredibles has a much bigger lore that they can discover and bring up and whatnot. I'm not worried about them. Toy Story 5, on the other hand, we're getting into a point where it's like, you should have been done at 3. Don't know why you're still going. Even after 4, where Woody left the gang, we see Woody come back in 5. it makes 4 pointless. So now we're getting to the point where it's just cash grabbing and they're milking as much bread as they possibly can. And obviously we're getting more sequels like Zootopia 2, Moana 2 just came out, Frozen 3 was fucking announced. Like, at this point, Disney knows that sequels are going to make more money because they're already much more established than trying to establish an originated film and hoping that blows up. But again, a lot of you guys are complaining that we don't get the original movies anymore, even though they're giving us 2 more, like I said, with Elio and Hoppers. But you guys are complaining that we don't get original movies anymore. But like I said, examples for Elemental and Wish, you let them flop in the box office. Elemental, not so much, 500 million, but it took them a minute to get that 500 million. And obviously Wish, it didn't do too well. And those are 2 very, very solid fucking movies. Elemental so happens to be my favorite Pixar movie. But I think it's just weird that you guys are tired of these sequels, yet when D23 Brazil had Cars 4 on their sheet of what they're excited to see, a lot of you guys were going crazy for Cars 4, and it wasn't even confirmed, it wasn't even revealed, it was just on the sheet, and a lot of you guys are going batshit crazy for Cars 4, more than a movie like Elio, where the story looks absolutely amazing, the animation looks absolutely amazing, it looks like it has potential to have some crazy iconic characters, and it looks funny, and more excited than Hoppers. Now, I know we didn't get much from Hoppers, we only have gotten a couple of pictures, but Hoppers also looks very promising as well. But you guys are talking about a Cars 4, a lettering of Cars 4 on a survey more than these movies that they're really trying to promote. And personally, I gotta call y'all out on that. But with that being said, though, we're just in a world where people are caring more about the sequels than they are about original movies nowadays, which is why Toy Story will probably never end, which is why, you know, a movie franchise like The Incredibles has so much lore that they can still deep dive into. Like, a lot of it's not gonna end. It's the same reason why Fast and Furious has gone on for so long, because even though the quality of movies have dipped down a lot, names always sell, and Disney has mastered that. Names always sell. That's why we're getting Toy Story 5. That's why we're getting Incredibles 3. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Join the Looniac gang. Come on now. And with that being said, follow me on TikTok. All the links will be down in the description down below. And all of my past videos are going to be down there as well. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Love you guys. Peace.